Hello, good afternoon, everyone. It's Ann popping on behind my apron in my kitchen. I hope you guys are having a great day. Let me know what you've been doing in the comments below. So my 35th anniversary bash is continuing, and I'm super excited to pop on here with the next specials and the next recipe, and just to keep you guys up to date a little bit. So the special I did just a few days ago, let me grab it, involved the first 8 people that ordered were in the drawings for my end of the bash giveaways, but also to get one of my cookbooks, Second Harvest. So I'm excited to announce that Carla, you were the winner of the cookbook. So the cookbook will be coming to you, okay? So that will be coming shortly. For all the rest of you that missed out on that, we have lots of great things going on. In fact, what I'm going to talk about with this recipe today, chocolate chip sensation, it is one of probably the first dozen recipes I learned from Pampered Chef and learned how to demo it at a party. So I thought perfect time to bring back for the 35th anniversary. And when you're just needing a little sweet treat, you can make a great big one, you can make little ones, you can make individual ones and give them away. So I'm just going to give you a version. But before I do that, I want to let you know that I'm also kind of in the baking mode. So I am going to do a baking bundle giveaway for my next promotion. So for all orders between today and 3 o'clock Sunday, okay, so this one goes for a couple days. For every $35 you spend on shopping, you're going to get a ticket into my bash giveaway, but you're also getting tickets to go for the baking bundle giveaway that I will do Sunday afternoon when I come back on live. So just kind of a heads up for you. And I'll put in the comment, I'll put the shopping link. In fact, I might be able to put a link on here for you. Let me try and do it right now. Learning all this technology. I think there'll be a link that pops up for you. So if you would comment the word cookie, then I will give you this chocolate chip sensation recipe, and I also can give you the shopping link if that helps. But I got to tell you something. The recipe originally came from Pampered Chef, and everybody's always short of time. So if that's you and you're short of time, go ahead and buy the chocolate chip cookie dough already made at the store. That's fine. You can make it this way. But if you're like me, I use the chocolate chip cookie dough that's in my cookbook, okay? Because I just think it's delicious. So I'm making some to give away. So this is the small round stone. In fact, this is one of the older versions. We have individual ones still, but they have handles. So they look a little different. But what I did so far for this step of this was I just cut out a circle of parchment paper a little bit bigger than the stone, and then I literally used my stand mixer and mixed up my dough and put it on here and baked it. Because then having parchment on there, I literally can just slide it off like this and I could put the next one on to bake because I'm making several. So just a hint for you while you're doing it. And back to the giveaway and the bash, I should mention a couple other things too. So this is Pampered Chef's stand mixer. I absolutely love it because it has all these presets. Like you just hit the cream button and it creams your butter and sugar together for you. You don't even have to think about it. So this is in the small appliance category. And if you're wanting some small appliances like our air fryer, our cooking blender, this mixer, some of the famous things, I should tell you that in the month of May, if you host any kind of party with me, even just I can text you a link and you can share it with 5 people. Any kind of party, you can buy a small appliance at 60% off. So if you want to buy yourself a Mother's Day mixer, you can do that and you can buy it full price, but I would be more than happy to set you up a link so you can get it at 60% off. Plus, if you book any kind of party anytime between now and Sunday at 3, when this promotion goes over, I'm going to give you 5 tickets to go in the baking bundle because I do really need to fill my calendar. So that's part of the fun promotion too. So don't forget, comment cookie. I'll get you all set up. If you want to do a party too, you'll get extra tickets. So that's kind of fun. But we have a cookie that's been baked and cooled. So layer number 1 in the batter bowl with a spreader with a bend, because I love this, and I love the mixing bowls. This is just a block of cream cheese that has 1/3 cup of sugar. So soften the cream cheese and then do 1/3 cup of sugar. Mix it really well, and then just spread a layer on the cookie, but don't go quite to the edge. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of get close here. And you don't need a real thick layer, just a nice covering. And that is the second layer for Chocolate Chip Sensations. And if you don't go quite all the way to the edge, it makes it much easier for cutting and serving. So that's just a tip for you. And I certainly never claim to be an expert baker, but I will tell you I don't do any baked goods that are not able to be done on stone. So whether it's my quick bread in the bread loaf pan or it's cookies on a pizza stone or cookie sheet, it just gives you the perfect texture. In fact, I had a little dough left. So look at this. This cookie is exactly the same color everywhere because I did it on stone. And it's so moist, and yet it has that nice little crunch of a texture. I wish I could send this through so you guys could taste like through the camera. Wouldn't that be fun? But anyway, then layer number 2 is a pudding mixture. And by the way, I've used these stackable measuring cups like 16 times today. Six different sizes come in a set, and then they do all snap together for storage when you have all the right sizes together. Love them, love them, love them. But the pudding mixture, you take 1 package of pudding and 1 pint of half and half and instant pudding and whisk it together. Now, I love the flavor of white chocolate, and I had this in my cupboard. Did not have regular chocolate. But on this, I think it's more attractive if it looks chocolate colored, but I love the flavor of this. So here's a hack for you. I just put the pudding mix and my pint of half and half and 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder and mixed it and got my chocolate color. Okay, so it's delicious. So just use a small scoop, like one of the mix and scrapers, and just put a nice little layer on top of the cream cheese. Okay, so you're going to do this layer, and then you could just leave it like that if you wanted to, but the recipe calls for a couple other steps, and I'm only going to do one of them because I didn't have something on hand. But just spread your pudding, and then I have some pecans in my food chopper, so let's just chop those up quick. And then you have these nice chopped pecans now. Just do a small little layer on top of your pudding. And then you guys, you could serve this immediately because the pudding and the cream cheese mixture are now chilled. But you can also put it in the refrigerator and serve it later. And it's really fun to cut it into wedges to serve. And it's also really pretty to drizzle some chocolate over the top. But that's what I didn't have. I didn't have any more chocolate on hand, so I'm not drizzling it for you. But this way you're at least getting the sneak peek. So this is called Chocolate Chip Sensation, and I promise you it will be a hit. So remember, put the cookie word in the comments below, and then I can attach the recipe for you. I also will put the shopping link in there because if you shop during my 35th bash, if you do anything between now and Sunday at 3, you're getting into ticket drawings to do a baking bundle giveaway, and you just might have some of these products in that giveaway that I'm doing. And then one last thing I will say to all of you, because I really appreciate you supporting my business and keeping me in business. And one of the things comes from you referring people to me, and I appreciate that a lot. So I decided I will do another ticket if you share my live to your timeline and introduce me to your people, your friends, your connections. Tell them you have a Pampered Chef person for them, and just share it to your timeline because I can check and see who shared, and then I will give you an extra drawing ticket for that in the baking bundle. So I'll be back sometime around 3 o'clock on Sunday. I'll go live, we'll do the baking bundle giveaway, and then I'll have the next promotion for my 35 days celebrating 35 years. Thanks, guys. I wish you were here to have a cookie or a slice. See you soon.